Mema o akwa abastronko so ediaba POG Media so message sa fei ena se waba dwumadie no so a obe subscribe like dwumadie no na share dwumadie no nema afoforo enso ensa enke be kindly click on the notification bell no so send be the news be at platform no so a wonso wohunu de eko ene de eba yenko yensam no mu na yemfa ensam dodo na no embre wa yebo ede ewura eye insem bi mu a eye very interesting ya enim se enrada yi ena eye ebetodwa about eye NSS former boss ene eye Gifty owari na aban no a charge omo of eye stealing and empokre allegedly money laundering na afrafra no and I'm saying we who ama eye omampani John Dramani Mahama wafre an emergency a meeting between or no any you can say a free emergency meeting between or no any attorney general and Baffoe.B acting chief a justice wa free omo to kese ka insembi about the crime omo de omo bede e de omo ebe fasunti no ensem no de dodo na wo yenko ne konkoti ensemo a epiegu
Accounts Committee and amount for calls on oral and other issues. It's sad, but Obia sending me message be na message no independent sending me no about Nema or reading from Public Accounts Committee. UTBA is a little bit bad, but Obika the abanono oyehu bibia enye and we heard say president and AG and chief justice kwakwakoshia on these matters na omakwakwakodimu nkomo name the exact issues omo kwakwa discuss, but we hope say be cover bibia oral issues near the idea ye kan wa asemi nyina no sa kasa no a back cover PUN says this is a joke, the guys are even laughing, they don't give a heck. Yes, of course, and then the onya di we our dear, but we are hoping say the current system no a bit me aye bibi dia fa ho ami ehunu say ye tu anamon baako ana mienu at least yankoma next year inside metra Public Accounts Committee inside me ready na yantiatiemu say we dey no hwe but within 1 week 2 weeks na obi akodem na eno ano no yanko na yansaye mabio, and we hope say omo meeting no a be fruitful. Kwasi Antwi says Mahama himself was summoned to the OSP and was investigated on issues about the Airbus. And the idea is no go for accountability. Accountability no ogusuno. No ogusuno. Just that a binumo air complaint say a slow. And I know Domlevo say amount for China no ekusi bone na nyese or cancer oral no enye because he himself now are a part of the oral. So obviously, and yes, ebia na o kase ora no bibia nkoso but ono giri say the pace the pace no and yama esi ekono na ogiri say enko ententem say the no but so yes they claim say omagada issues kakra eguo, they are waiting, they need to go through the process, they need to do this. Others also believe that amount for kickbacks ewe chiri amount for jink and kakranka credit ewe chiri and yes obi abetrasidi na wahwe adekra ebesi but amount for jiri say eniema na machiri eya ebinumu didi ebinumu so believe say abia na NDC eya omo say omo so be the same ebi so jiri say oh it's too early time on course abebre so unya botre now go through process to make sure say you can present a very good case in court ebinum so argument no right menya sure say you betumi asesa ni nyina kogu ora ayenin epona no say yes, he is the Attorney General. We agree, but on team NAA Juma. So say ye single or non kwane outer. I don't think say near fair to the gentleman. Menya sure say he is working in isolation. Nti say ye kadia na ye dia Frȧuḍ mu nyina since ye be choose ono nko a e say o ka security matters asem na pese uyi muntaka nko a gina ho maybe ye bia na ni muntaka or personal issues fair, but I mean muntaka is not working in isolation. And at the appointing no the appointing no nipa kro no wahu adwuma muntaka say you say you in the mumia nkomo in a very broad manner, and that is where I bet me at and something in ase Jai say we'll be wasting time. You need nkomo in a very broad and fair manner. Say civil servants are civil servants, politicians are politicians. And the Public Accounts Committee, and yet, amount for sharing say other sectors, issues were no, dealing with it. As to whether I say OSP nenya due, as to whether I say Attorney General, as to whether I say a process. These are the conversations you person dinner and every. Because at the end of the day, you know, pardon. All right, you go straight. Now, Public Accounts Committee tips. We can deal with the issues on the table. Michael said, you know, citizen Addo Dazi, and he's the General Secretary of the GCPP and political and social activist. Saraswena Haruna Mohammed, Executive Director, Alliance for Justice and Equity, including our Honorable NSS Kokion, MP for Okankwe South, Omunyambe joining here. But at least you were the first two gentlemen in the house. But for Mema Makwaba. Citizen, Boko there.
Commando,
use your microphone, Mame.
Oh, yeah.
Kakra.
Kakra.
Are they?
Oh, Commander, Mesma Yama Kon Yanshin Yea. Bimu Boto Yamegu, Futu Yama. Or man into me to be bird. And you see, it looks like the Master Maminka and Sana may treat for the Commander. Aya on Yashri Monkunti Bimu. In the current administration, Woboko call Nyamedubidu. Nese Ochine Bino. People will tell them there, Muye tuno, Mubeba da na mutumiye. Confine him and much room.
Ochina bedru.
Oh, it's possible.
No, me say if it goes that way, Ochina bedru no be abusa. About Ghana.
Okay. Matwase. In that day, you have to say it as it is.
Haruna Akroma
Yeja Bawumia
Boko there.
Nyame adom me hu ye pa na usu ya.
Nyame adom Boko. So okay, so members, but mainly administrate because of our time, and the conversation is about Public Accounts Committee. We plug it into the oral, but there is a funny conversation on the street, and you name the honor and all can. Assembly. A binom argument is that look, the Attorney General needs to build very good cases and Sano Akurako. When you look at these civil servants, Public Accounts Committee, President so on your friend is Attorney General and the Chief Justice Beshia. Because Afibia the kind of monies that just can cost 14 million Ghana cedis, 1 million Ghana cedis, 3 million Ghana cedis. Then the following year, the Public Accounts Committee will come back. Near Sabi did the same common na ya can say can no from here osuro na ya Jaiwom. So these are the cankers in the system. How do we tackle it? Aruna, mami shasi influence.
Commander, maminchia etiefo ehwefo ewiai. Maminchia minua citizen dazi nso Commander, maminchia sie enfa adasi kasie Emma His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Musulmi fua omowo Ghana and diaspora nyina eda His Excellency John Dramani Mahama asi. The Commander, the chairman of the Hajj, the Pilgrims Affairs Office of the President, Eddie Hajj New Face Eddie Atujwa Anopei Ewiai na ukaya His Excellency before obeba abemu na oshe musulmi fuabo se oba obeti the Hajj Fest sesu emayen na oba ya nso last year yenyina ana this year yenyina hunie eba asiye kaninu na yetua 75,000 Ghana cedis. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama baye otisasi kanoso ema muslimi bia obeko Hajj this year no etua 62,000 Ghana cedis. 13,000 Ghana cedis a oyi free mu ewie nso nyamicha DNT His Excellency John Dramani Mahama communicated through his able chairman Alhaji Tanko say on Santisu Emma Muslimi Fua Omubeko Hajj 2026.
Oh, okay.
Until this year 2025 yenya 13,000 Ghana cedis reduction.
I see.
2026 yasabenya 2,000 Ghana cedis reduction. Until His Excellency through his able chairman Alhaji Tanko Rauf has communicated this afternoon say 2026 Hajj Fest no be 60,000 Ghana cedis flats. Ghanaians yampewe na yepedien. Muslims at large, Ghana and beyond yampewe na yepedien. And this is what yebimo a championeer for more than a decade today. Say the Hajj Fest can indeed be reduced. Say nya abain papa nanso nyamiche dienti yanya abain papa yanya 15,000 cumulatively this year and next year. Yeah, 15,000. Say 15,000 no. Say kanino okay, nyasa reduction no. Nipa more than 30 omuwuye out of heat exhaustion in the Saudi Arabia no anka embada because bimo last year and last 2 years because okay I said now it happened but na nipa be 2-3 na wuye but not omo fa bongo no mpo but nanso no omo fa bongo no because of 75,000 nipa dudu a omo fa unapproved route no were more than the number of people who went through the approved route because of 75,000 Ghana cedis. Nti we say Ghanaians mpe we ya Muslims mpe we ya I don't know again what will motivate you to go unapproved route. Nti mejina His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Anansu mejina the chairman of Hajj committee and eso eda His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say ni oyema Ghanaians ni oyema muslimi fuo ye ni eso ye da na ase nyame hira no. Back to the substantive. Commander say Public Account Committee ejuma omudi a constitutional requirement dia edaho say every year and every 4 years Every year. This district assembly the various local government institutions, they would come and account to the good people of Ghana through local government committee of parliament. There are other institutions, other members of parliament are responsible for doing same through their parliamentary select committees. Now we share the issues bordering of corruption and then accountability. In fact, if you look at history and the reason why a lot of people lost confidence in Nana Addo government was because of the nature of corruption and accountability. It was a major issue that people really fought the NPP government under Nana Akufo-Addo, simple because the information that we had that na Ghanaians ema omutu abamano no. In fact, say it is not only when they say the shining head is always the case udi okutu it's extra there be. It is a obi quality shiny, there is something behind it and you shiny. So Nana Addo portrayed as a human rights lawyer chon tro kasiese onuba onyinti baby onye druno ombo Ghana krono but the Ghana eshenensa and the entire making of Ghana over 70 getting to 70 years corona omubo within 8 years under Nana Akufo-Addo has never happened before.
Yo, you go so out here, some of my subscribe, like it to you, media and share. Nema for friends when Sanka be kindly click on the notification bell on the send the news be to platform no so also no dear air call and the air, but you media no do now or young call na yanko a family no send a call.
His Excellency, the former President Jerry John Rawlings died before Wemuya Tuomo, because this is a man who championed probity and accountability, and in the end this na or supportee shorting go simple because of his own interests. Another day discussion, but at the end of the day we all saw what led to Nana Akufo-Addo exit as a president and as a political party. If you look at the act that decentralized the local governance system was one factor, which is that we needed fast development. That's one. Two, we needed accountability so that based on the amount of money institutions. But fast forward, what did we see? We are now seeing, because of the abambonia Orulia in the past 8 years, who streamlined certain things or skewed certain things to his favor, Emma Obia in the area of corruption. But don't forget, this is a new era. And anything that borders on corruption, the oral and the promises made by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Obediso. And indeed, we have seen it. The expose that oral has exposed confidence back in the system, and everybody who holds information is making sure.
Do you know
the exposés that I know through oral one you can say this building of Papai or Magdan leading to the demolition of Anamibwa. We saw that, and there are a lot of exposés that the oral did in terms of the state capture, and we saw the lands that were captured within and without cantonment. Anamibwa. But what I'm trying to say is, even with that, the oral mandate was not constituted as part of our constitutional body. So what they can do is outside the constitutional mandate of every, state institution. So they couldn't come your organization demanding to audit you or otherwise. So but about the motivation beyond the oral no idea, Ghanaians would even say they have the comfort to even report to Ora. Just ad hoc something that brought about confidence. Say Mahama is coming to fight corruption. That brought about confidence in the system. If I hear something about state land and it's been captured by somebody, I can report to Oral. So for me, the oral, whether they have started or not, we can discuss another day. But the point I'm making is whatever the state agencies are doing is in line with the constitution, and we must all support the exposés, whether individual or the PAC, that's the Parliamentary Select Committee. What you are saying. So let's look at how those things are uncovered. Those monies that have been advanced, the state agencies are supposed to be accounted for. And who is in charge of those accountability or ensuring accountability? Auditor General. So Auditor General have completed their audit, and they have sent a report to PAC, and then PAC has started digging out some information in respect of how they expended their resources therein. But at the end of the day, Corona APA Bano didn't start today. That is what I want people to understand. Corona omudi or yediskamo mo obimu edit to toll treasury bills obimu to the extent that they pay monies to people who are not even alive for more than 25 months. Okay, it means the public sector corruption is so alarming, and we need a leader like John Dramani Mahama, who has promised this country that he will deal decisively with corrupt officials of this country. And indeed, he has told Auditor General and then Chief Justice that there should be a fast track process. He's not saying there should be a fast track court, that there should be a fast track process to instill discipline and bring back confidence in the system, so that no one will take it as the past, where when you take it nobody will know, like the 25 months salary and who sanctioned that. So it's a cabal, not starting from today but in the past. So my suggestion is this, that why don't we strengthen the institutional check? The institutions need a serious check, so that anybody that is asked to take certain responsibility is doing that with all seriousness it deserves. Look, Commander, you can't tell me that in this your media house you don't have an internal auditor. You can't tell me that.
But those institutions are more internal.
That's what I'm saying, sir. So if somebody is sleeping on the job and somebody is taking advantage of your laxity, it doesn't rely on the person who stole the money. It relies on the same person who is sleeping on the job. So there are laid down procedure as to how to expend money, as to how you receive money, and as to how you spend it. So to the extent that one institution can be paying somebody for more than 25 months without you, the auditor or the internal auditor. Bear in mind, sir, at every point in time, there are external auditors who come to check the internal auditor. Well, are you getting the point? Yes. So if that laid down, if you have the strong laid down procedure, adhering to every now and then, I'm not sure, sir, that you will come and ask me how much have you spent this week and I can't be able to tell you. It's wrong. So first and foremost, we need to strengthen the institutions so that when the need arises, we're able to instill discipline. In the first place, the internal auditor need to explain to us as Ghanaians how much is being paid to go and sleep, not to go and work. Me, I don't blame the accountants. Look, no accountant can spend money without the internal auditor auditing the process. No accountant. And
meaning no purchase. So
that's what I'm saying. So we need to strengthen that institution, and then take people who have over the past slept on their jobs. Because commander, it doesn't make sense. Say in this office, you have petty cash, and even with the petty cash in the Quran, before we this petty cash, and before we requested for petty cash, the auditor would have audited that request. There are instances where, as I sit here today talking, my documents were internal auditor officer on your approve yet, because the auditor will check and make sure say Niyama me deliver and the institution has taken it. That's one. Two, whether there's value for money. So I don't understand why a whole government I am okay, I said now I see Abensika Yadino Kwa. Okay. I don't know if you can Abensika. So the perception is that Abensika Yadino Kwa. Now Abensika John Dramani Mahama I am telling everybody that Abensika Yandino Kwa. Who the Abensika? Whether you die or not.
There seems like some sort of frustrations in the system, and now I'm frustrated without any cause.
When people get there are people who would have said, say, MPPD who call courts. Simple because you are saying, say, there's a land in this neighborhood, cantonment, purported to belong to Mami Teresa Akuffo. Because of that, they took you to court. And people want to know how that case ended. But the wheel of the law, the justice gone slowly. There were people in the same party who said you were not supposed to be outside. So once the process has started, let's give it time, okay, to see how this current Auditor General, Attorney General will follow it to the letter. I don't want to say at the end of the day, that's not what I'm saying. We should have it slowly but sure, but not slowly but nothing. Because as we speak, I would not trust anybody, any political party for that matter, because of my past experience. In 2008, what didn't we hear? To the extent say Obimu koto bed sheets and a pillow more than $100,000. Okay, yeah. What brought about Tarzan? Didn't Tarzan court? And everybody thought, say, hey, wait there. Some Cassia pass committee no crown obiankoda. But at the end of the day, we didn't see anything. But the point I'm making is say, if we rush and take useless case to court, we'll be taken back uselessly. So let's take our time. And then also, if you look at the prompt action, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is talking about deterring the people who would want to take you. And so that system, prompt action, our local governance system. You will go to work today and 1 month time won't call Juma. And they'll give you money to do your projects because we need MP. And Kasanti, the money is sitting down and the constituents, the people are suffering because of you winning MP. You are not going to give us development. So these are some of the things we should be focusing our energy and resources on. I am not in support whatsoever that because as soon as you NDC once the person embezzles money, we should allow the person to go. No, that's not what His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is talking about. He's talking about instilling discipline and making sure, say, all corrupt activities that have been ongoing, both past and present, should be yanked out. People should be held responsible.
And that is what the street is calling for.
And the street is calling, say Mahama is in line with the street calling. He's saying that say now only Attorney General together with the Chief Justice, talking about what? Fast tracking the case that has been reported to them, so that the streets would be what? Would become the people who have perceived corrupt activities in the past, and then even be able to point out, say, Haruna, no, but I'm still here making noise. That means the justice is not going to be meted. So I, for one, would support the youth, and I would always support the youth simply because the corrupt individuals in the past should not live to enjoy that monies they stole. Governor,
all right, so that's it. My mention to nominee, so citizen. So here we are.
Yo, aha any din some need to see subscribe, like it to Jumadi and share them out for friends and can be kindly click on the notification bell no so send be the any news be at a platform no so I also who the air call any the air but Jumadi no you go so I the air Jumadi no ya the besi and ya the for no so at the macram.